Hi, I'm Walker. This is Dance Walker Tarot. And I'm feeling kind of sick to my stomach staring at this. God. Do a Capricorn reading, I thought. Maybe with Aquarius or Pisces in their chart, I thought. That'll be fun, I thought. Ooh, okay, this is going to be a long one. And I do believe this is very specific. Unless all you Capricorns are going, if you are a Capricorn and this just straight up Capricorn sun sign, and this resonates, let me know because I'm fascinated. I'm absolutely fascinated with this scenario, but there's a warning here, which is why I think it's very specific. So I pulled some cards that represent you. First, I asked, if you're a cross watcher or a hater watching this and you're like, who are you asking? Who are you talking to? Whatever. It's just have suspension of disbelief for a second, okay, and let's not argue over semantics. I don't know why I had to say that. Maybe you have someone in your life that's just willing to debate or argue over semantics, and you're like, that's not the point, or that doesn't matter, or you spell one word wrong, and it's like, but did you read the word? Did you know what I meant? Did the communication come across? Okay, let's move on, something like that. But it's a Capricorn reading. Yes, but the Emperor. So either you are in a position of authority, you are an emperor, an empress, literally CEO, a position of power, authority, leadership, or you have an Aries moon with the star. Oh my god. Oh, I'm hecka slow. I'm such a blonde today. Hold on. Princess of Pentacles, and I pulled for who you are. So you have these things in your chart. Aquarius, that would be the star, right? Where are you? The star. You're a healer. You're a genius. You're clairvoyant. You're ahead of your time by far. Oh, Capricorn, a little bit in reverse, so maybe you're at the tail end of Capricorn or something. Didn't we get Princess of Pentacles? So you could be young at heart. You understand the earth, you understand magic, you understand yourself. Yeah, with the Emperor, and what else we got? Scorpio and Pisces. So you have a lot of water in your chart for whoever you are. Huh. I'll put a link in the description when I start. Let me stare at this a little bit longer, you guys. I'm sorry. There's a lot going on here. Okay, first of all, to say something like before you start to get anxious, um, God's got your back. Whatever that means to you, let's not argue over semantics. Do you know what I mean? Like your guardian angels, your higher self, the creator God in you that could see the big picture, plan things out, see the pitfalls, learn from them, jump out of them, grow from them, expand from them, and then move on. In that way, you have your own back, so trust yourself, have faith in yourself. If that's not how you see it, have faith in God. Have faith in the gods. Have faith in your ancestors watching over you, the ones that are meant to be there, the ones that have authority to speak to you, but it won't sound like speaking out loud. It never does. For someone who's very young and you're not sure, you have clairvoyant abilities, but you're not sure who you're talking to. How to know is that it doesn't sound like anything at all. You won't hear a voice. It won't appear as an apparition. It will be from within your heart and your soul. It's in your blood, like knowing. It's not a conversation with the disembodied spirit. That's for somebody. But for some reason, I think who I'm talking to, you know that already. You do know that already, like I don't need to tell you that, so it could be your cross watcher. Oh, okay. For one of you, you're a cross watcher for someone you're dealing with who is a Capricorn. In that case, um, how do I say this? Refrain from doing the cross watcher thing where you just reverse everything. Okay, if you're a cross watcher and this is resonating with you, I'm going to be speaking to you as the Capricorn up here. And then when I get to who you're dealing with, you go ahead and reverse it. But not worried about you. You're an intuitive person, whoever you are. Even if you're young, it will resonate with your heart and soul. Even if it comes across as harsh, there's a point here where I'm going to speak directly and to the point to you, and I beg your forgiveness ahead of time, but I think you can handle it. There's someone coming into your life that is like a true love, that's going to really light your fire, but it's going to be good medicine for you and not bad medicine. That's for somebody. What do I mean by that? It's not toxic, it's good for you. It's a part of your path. It brings balance to you and them. It's a symbiotic relationship with the Great Spirit. You know, not just a god on your side, the elementals on your side. You know, the birds, the water. There's a relationship for you where that will be a part of it. It won't be you living this way and who you're with living this entirely different way. So that's a clue for somebody, okay? And in that situation, it's like not who you think it is. It's someone separate from almost who you're watching this reading for or about. There won't be any feelings of doubt or confusion. It'll feel kind of like an old friend. What did this come up in? Did this come up in Sagittarius? Scorpio. If you have any Scorpio in your chart, watch the Scorpio reading I did yesterday. It will feel like you knew them from a dream, but not some black magic implanted image into your head, forced on you, that hypnotizes you and you can't look away. It's not that. The one that's coming for you in your future, that's going to bring you that balance with your life and your greater purpose. It's going to be organic, natural, a friendship first, a fun, peaceful, like an old friend. It won't feel hypnotic. It won't feel like kind of magnetic against your will. It makes sense for you. It's not like, why would I ever date that person? I don't really like them and the way they live, but yet I'm still drawn to them, and it's not that. What's a clue? Hold on. Because I want to get this like really nice fun part out of the way at the beginning of the reading, because the rest is going to be a little troublesome. So I want you to know that you need to keep your chin up, have faith, have hope. Beautiful things are coming to you, but there are some kind of agents of chaos behind masks that you might have to navigate through first. So this person that you're about to meet would, yeah, they're going to be the one that brings a balance, security, safety, generational wealth. They are able to be the queen to your king or the king to your queen. Okay, this is a stable empire that will last generations and generations to come. And it's something where you're just maybe out in public and you are frustrated about something and you just kind of let loose to the nearest person next to you, maybe. Or it's like a friend of a friend. And you're like, oh man, this and this and this. But it ends, hold on. Oh my gosh, let me tell you the story about this. If you don't know me in real life, I'm hecka blonde and I have blonde tendencies. But it's kind of a blonde moment that you have where you like, oh, I hate these. I can't open this. And the person next to you like reaches over and turns it around and shows you like the easy open option. And then you both like laugh. And it's like funny. You know, it's like something that happens in real life. It's not forced. It's just like the hand of God of you being in the right place and the right time and them being in the right place and the right time for you to have like a little lighthearted moment where you, with all your power and for some of you, pomp and circumstance, I don't know, but it's just you as like a human being and them as like a human being, and where you come from and where they come from, it doesn't matter. It's just this kind of beautiful moment in time where you can laugh at yourself and they can like laugh with you, not at you. And maybe they strike up a conversation. And then later in the conversation or the next time you talk, they do something similar. Like they have a blonde moment. If you don't know, if you're not American, a blonde moment, like it's just being kind of derpy or silly or stupid, like you don't really think it through. They do the same thing and then you can laugh at them. Okay, hold on. Yeah, so if you know me in real life, such a dumb blonde. I was getting this at the store. This is like my new like regional delicacy favorite. It's a roasted pinon soda pop, cola nut and lime cola. Yeah, right? And so I'm getting the soda at the store, and like the guy that was putting my stuff in the bags for me, he looked at it and he's like, "Is that good?" I'm like, "Yeah, bro, it's good." And he's like, "What's cola nut?" Right? And I look at it and I'm like, I have no idea. And we're both like, God, I wonder what cola nut is. You know, like I'm gonna go home and look it up. Oh my God, I will. Not me going home and Googling cola nut, and it's like what cola comes from, the flavor for cola, right? You think I probably could have figured that out, and so could he if he thought about it for a second. But it's like we're both tired and just kind of in robot mode and exhausted and probably both needing naps or something. So that's a clue for somebody that you have a true special connection coming in, but there are agents of chaos trying to stop you from getting to that right place at the right time that, by the way, you can never plan. So don't try. It's like God laughs while you're busy making plans so much in this situation. But there's lies and there's manipulation and deceit around you. So I'm not going to beat around the bush any longer. Agents of chaos. And I've pulled, oh, I wonder who's who. I got Cancer, Taurus, Libra in reverse. So we're talking Libra really in their shadow Libra aspects. Like really in their shadow Libra place in their existence. Ooh. So completely ruthless, completely severe, completely manipulative. And I'm hitting it with the Virgo, so maybe they have Virgo in their chart too, but it seems like there's kind of one that you have to watch out for more in this, watch out for this situation, you know. For one of you, these are prospective dates or people that are trying to come into your world, and some of them are very insistent that you be together, that you're the right one for them, that sort of thing. You're very talented. Obviously, you're in a position of power, so you're not just going to let anyone into your world because you know how people are. You weren't born yesterday. You're a wise old soul. You know that someone, and I can relate to this, believe it or not, some people that might look at my life are like, what? What are you doing? Like, like, especially if you knew me from a past life, you're like, what are you doing? You know? And I'm like, okay, look at it this way, and I'm not suggesting you do this. I'm older than the dirt. Everything I do or don't do is for a good reason, but I'm just trying to let you know that I relate to where you're coming from right now. So I don't have a pot to piss in. I don't have any money. I don't have any wealth. I don't have any inheritance. You know, I'm from a Mormon family. I have 73 first cousins on my mom's side. That's the dance side, by the way. On the Walker side, I have like 40 other cousins. You know what I mean? It's not, there's no, I will really never have more than exactly what I need, and I know that. And that keeps me protected from anyone that's going to pretend to love me for money or pretend to love me for my position. I don't have a position. I have no authority. I also have no liability. I don't have any kids. I can't have children. Kind of, sustained a lot of trauma, and I cannot have children. I'm not married. No ring on my finger. I'm not someone who could be any sort of arm candy to anyway. I'm a 40-year-old post-menopausal woman who doesn't give off, and it's exactly how I like it. Some days I don't even get a text or a phone call, and I could cry from happiness and joy. So something that might look depressing to someone else, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so blessed. Thank you, God, for. That's all I'm going to say. So whoever you are, you're in a position of authority. You have something to lose. You have something to break into. You're not going to let that happen. You're not going to go balls out, nar like I am. I'm where I am in my place for good reason. It's more worth it for me to have nothing and no one than to be in a relationship that is a lie or friendships that are a lie. And it's not me being bitter, it's where I need to be. So that would be the extreme end. Instead of being up here with that, you need to be like down here with it. You still need to be receptive. You still need to find that relationship. You still need to kind of, for some of you, find the one and get married and have children and grandchildren, and they have grandchildren, and it's the white picket fence. It's the farm with the goats and the pigs and the horses and the everything. It's the preserving that empire. It's preserving the dreams that you've been working for. It's preserving your fortune. Okay, so I said all that to say this. There is someone in your life who is trying to pretend to be a soulmate for your riches. There's someone in your peripheral. Ooh, this came out really holly, bluesy. Someone that's from your past that makes you feel kind of boozy and bluesy. And, I wonder if that's that. Let me start there. Did I ever finish this? Libra, Taurus, Cancer, Virgo. Signs you might be dealing with there. One of those people, I got bartender that popped up as one of the piles. Where did it go? Bartender. Boozy and bluesy. Oh, there's this old Jolie Holland song I used to love. If you don't know Jolie Holland, she's very kind of bluesy and boozy. God damn, it was 20 years ago. Hold on, let me think. Lyrics. I can do this. Let's go, brain. Let's go, brain. What does she say? Something like. Let me just show you these while I'm thinking. Any of this symbology winks. Here comes Mr. Wonderful. This is someone from the past, and it was a pattern that you have ended with what that kind of person is, or an addiction that this person was for you somehow. She said, I got lost in an old photograph of you in the back of my mind. So maybe you were looking at an old photo of someone and feeling nostalgic, and then they just happen to call you up. Or this is someone that you go to that, so someone that you're kind of actively talking to, maybe it's an ex, and they're like, I know you so well. You can come and talk to me. I'll help you with your problems. I'll give you advice. And you still have love for them or something, or there was a very, how do I say this? Physically passionate. Physically passionate. Virgo's coming up for that. Oh, what did she say? Only an angel. Oh, she writes her song so fucking hard to sing, Jolie. How she go? Only an angel sent from up above can tell me if you're the devil or the one I should love. Yeah, right? Where is that angel I want with all of my heart? I'll put a link in the description. I need to look. I haven't heard that in 20 years. It's a great song. I may be as gentle as a dove. What does she say? But I'm as smart as a pit full of snakes. Oh, heaven help me, if only for the devil's sake. Huh. So there's someone in your life, it could be that person that's pretending to be an angel, but they really are a devil. So if there's a question, if you're like, are you the devil or are you my soulmate? That's a clue. The answer is they're the devil. Sorry. Someone is upset about that, but this has got to be this one. This came out as what you're dealing with, and 4 damn cards came out. I'm like, I was just trying to get one, but let's see. You got 4 people that you need to watch out for. And does that not look like the head of a viper or a dragon? And for some of you, you're like, well, that's cool. I got dragon blood. I'm from, I'm royalty. Not this tribe. You don't want nothing to do with that tribe, okay? It's for somebody. It's not, shut the fuck up. Okay. The other one, you might have children with, or they have 3 children. Let me focus on this one right now. Wow, look somewhere else. So if there's someone that's trying to get back in your good graces and you have children with them already, remember that this one coming in for you is new, brand new. You haven't had a relationship with them before, and it's just absolutely in the hands of timing and circumstances. So this person is like, look somewhere else right off the bat. Finding new ideas is like prospecting for gold. Anything besides this new relationship is rusted. Or all that glitters is not gold. All that glitters is not gold. Okay, so it could be someone who maybe looks good from afar, but when you get close up, it's a mess. Is that from Clueless? Like where they were calling that girl that they're like, yeah, she's a real Monet. Right? She looks good from far away, but up close, she's a mess. Right? So that's a clue for somebody, but if it's whatever. And if you're feeling sexually frustrated, yes, it might be easy to go back to an ex that you know could could do what you need in that moment, but afterwards comes the guilt and the shame because you already know. It's river in reverse. It's gonna go nowhere. It might give you a momentary splash of relief, but it's just gonna head off the cliff on the waterfall, and it's like dumb as a bag of hammers. So for some of you, you're like, they're so hot, but they're so dumb, but I just, God, I can't, And it could be that they have a lot of book smart, but they're not street smart. So that's a clue. You learn that your past does not create your future. This is your past. Keep it in your past. Historian needs to stay distant history. I miss all of my exes. They're the only ones that know me. And God knows the sex is a way to feel a little bit less lonely. Shout out to Marina and the Diamonds. Roots. So there would be a comfort in going back to maybe someone that knows you better than anyone you think knows you right now because you were intimate with them and you don't. God, I feel like crying. I'm sorry. I wish I knew how to edit. You have a hard time with intimacy because you have a hard time letting the walls down and sharing yourself. So for whoever this person is that you need to watch out for, it's like, yes, they know you very well. And yes, it might feel like a momentary comfort to be with someone that just knows your insides and out. You know, they've seen you ugly cry. You know what I mean? Like they've been there when you're sick, but they need to stay in your past. Okay, you can do it. If it's one more night of being alone, you can do it. I'm going to interrupt the who to watch out for. I think there's a line there between a prospective love interest and people that just happen to be around you and you're wondering why. And I pulled what to do. It's the only one that came out with just one card. The only one, and it's black tourmaline we're talking about. Spiritual protection, physical protection, having those boundaries up, being the emperor, really putting on your big boy daddy pants and enforcing the law. And right now the law is protecting your empire, yourself, your spirituality. You know, I'm like every other one popped out 2, 3, 4, except this one. So because I'm a belligerent Leo, I'm like, should I pull, what about another one? And god damn, and it's like the other one that stands for protection. Protect yourself, protect your spiritual self, protect your physical space, protect what you've worked for, protect your computer, change your passwords, protect your phone, get a new phone, check your car, make sure you don't have any tracking devices on it. That's for somebody. Don't be paranoid, please, because this should resonate. This is specific, and I don't want to get anyone scared or afraid because you do have God on your side. Remember, you have the gods on your side and the elementals, as long as you choose to move forward. Sorry, I'm in my pajamas. I pulled this I pulled this spread and like I backed away. I kind of started to cry. I burned a bunch of sage and I went and took a shower. And then I felt better. So if there's someone that makes you feel like you need a shower afterwards, that's a clue. Bringing me to, oh, maybe there's someone that's like a fake hippie in your life, like Mark found it strangely kissable. Marcus. It's someone who loves hockey. Someone who plays hockey. Someone who is a professional athlete. And their way of getting into people's lives is like they are good. I want to say barbecue. Like they make really good like barbecue chicken or something. Or they like to appear like they're a conservationist. Oh, maybe you're a conservationist and in some way you're like a whistleblower. And this person is trying to get into your world to suck you into their vortex because they're actually working for like big oil or big pharmaceutical company, fill in the blank, whatever. So this person is not Mother Nature's son, but they know how to make it appear like they are. Okay, so this is somebody, I mean, normally professional athletes aren't into that shit, right? I mean, most professional athletes are like geniuses. They're not stupid people. But this person is not as intelligent as they think they are. And it's like a false ally. Like they pretend to be, maybe they have a public persona, and like when it's gay pride, they put up the damn gay pride rainbow. But after they take it down, they're like, you know, oh my God, I don't want to say the word. They're like F and Fs. Do you know what I mean? The thing that means cigarettes in England, but not here. So that's a clue for somebody. So it's going to be you catch them off guard. They say something out of the corner of their mouths that they didn't think you were going to hear. And you're like, oh, something like that. And anyone that's really tapped into the higher spirit, they do not use, spirit does not use derogatory terms for their children. They just don't. So if it's a FAGS or, you know, a DYKE, or it's the N word, or any of the various rotted, gutted, evil ass terms that rotted, evil, gutted people use for each other, that person is talking to a jinn. That person has a disembodied draconian spirit attached to them, sucking off their energy and feeding them enough bits of energy to make them think they're powerful, to make them think they're a black magician. Oh my God, really? I'm so naive. I'm so naive. I never thought that like a professional athlete that takes their life to the next level would be into black magic, dark arts, and wearing a mask like that. But I guess I don't know everybody yet. I haven't met everybody yet, right? And so for some of you, you never encountered someone like this before. So they might seem mystical, they might seem magical, they might, you know, have a space at Gaia.com or on a panel of the latest new age traveling shit show. Sorry. Let me pull a couple cards. Judgment. Magician. Oh! Yeah, they're trying to manipulate you. Have a judgment on that. Follow the facts, not your feelings, because they've really found a way to tug on your heartstrings. And it's not natural, it's supernatural. If you're feeling drawn to that person, like, oh, I really think I could see myself with them. Not really. No, you don't. No, you can't. Think about it logically. They are back here. You're up here. This is you. You're in control. Stay in control. You see more clearly than they do. You see spirituality from a place on high, kind of, from a place of clarity. They see it from a place under the ground, darkness. They chose a dark fraternity, sorority, secret society. You don't know who they really worship. And it is a worship. I can guess. I'm sure you can too. And for you, you ain't no spring chicken. You know, it's like, these is red bottoms, these is bloody shoes. You know, you've been there. You've been in the grave. You've been at war. And you came out of it stronger, wiser. Use that. Use that to say, I think this person's wearing a mask, and actually I don't really like them at all. Like, this might be a love spell or something. It's like, how do you know? You, like I was saying, you feel magnetized to them and you can't look away. Let me move on. I don't like them. Ooh, I don't like them. Next person. Oh boy, that brings me to Owl in reverse with Lawyer. Head in the sand. Clues. Here I am. What are your other two wishes? It's like right on time when you seem to be having a breakthrough, this person pops up to be like, I love this. What are we doing? How can I help you? This could literally be your lawyer and you need to get another lawyer. A clue would be you're in there being like, I think I'm being defrauded. I think my name is being, oh, for some of you, someone is manipulating a situation to make it look one way where they can like try to blackmail you in the future. It's not going to work though. Don't worry about that. I mean, they try and they try. You know, what else do they have to do but rot in their holes and try? Um, you know, a mosquito might land on your hand and you have every right to smack the fucker off. This is you smacking the fucker off. Sorry about my language, but this person's part of a secret society as well. Owl in reverse. I'm gonna leave it there. But it's like when you're trying to tell them everything that's happening, they're ignoring the evidence, or they're just like, "Oh, really? Huh?" You know, it's like a Saul Goodman checking his watch and using his back massager while you're talking or something. It's because he really has no intention of taking it to court or fighting for you or even giving you good legal advice. For some of you, this is someone in your family, and I'm sorry if you looked up to them in the past. They are not giving you good legal advice, and you need to literally keep them away from you because there's some sort of a vested interest in there. Can I be nosy? And, you know, so if they're like, they hear you talking to someone else and they're like, oh, niece, nephew, whatever, here, I'm right here. Did you know I study law? Do you know I have this friend that can blah, 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 blah? Here's his card. And you feel like something's shady there. It is. Find your own lawyer. Find your own person. I mean, it can't hurt to be humble and pray. You know, if you're an atheist, pray to your higher self that sees clearly, that is beyond time and space, and say, hey, let's get real. Put on your daddy pants here. And find someone that's actually going to represent you so that you can come out on top. Because there's something to lose here. There's something to lose, and it's what you've been working for. I made this card to represent layers and layers of work, years and years of preparation. And you've made it past the 7 of discs. You've done the planting, you did the waiting, right? And now it's like, keep harvesting, keep going. Don't let anything else that's popping up into your life right now distract you. It is a distraction. They're agents of chaos. Don't be the one that keeps your head in the sand. Oh, what's that Muse song? Lots of music coming through. Maybe you're a musician or you love music. Oh, just like a giraffe, I have to climb to find your head. But when there's a glitch, you're an ostrich. You got your head in the sand. Huh. Are you, my lady, are you? My lady, are you? My lady, are you? Are you? Are you? My lady, are you? My lady, are you? Are you? If you love music, check out Mew, the band MEW. Backwards and forwards, it's the same thing, Mew. I'll put a link in the description. It's a good time, especially if you're a drummer. It's going to be a good time for you. So, for some of you, you're going to be starting a new musical project, and someone wants to represent you, and you need to stay away from that and find your own representation. So, if you're part of maybe a label and you're like, I want to do this project, and they're like, oh, yeah, we're all over that, and they're not really listening to your ideas, that's a clue. It's not going to be, it's going to be like the Kanye West thing when he was first starting, and he was trying to be a rapper, he was trying to be an artist, and everyone just wanted him for his beats, and they're like, yeah, sure, bro, come on over, we'll sign you. Yeah, we'll make albums with you. You can do whatever you want. And then when he gets after, he signs everything and they're not funding his projects. They're taking his beats. For other projects, they're funding. And if you don't know, that's how record companies work. It's the old boys club. And you ain't a part of it. That, like George Carlin said, you ain't a part of it. Like, really, at the top of that pyramid, you don't know who they worship. So, this person, Don't let them represent you. Don't let them be the one that funds your album. Don't let them lie to you into a contract that you can't get out of. And if you are in a contract, God, this came up with Capricorn last year. There is a loophole. There's a loophole that you can get out of it. You just haven't seen it yet. You know, there's something in there where it's like the Tori Amos situation back in the day when she was stuck with her label and they weren't promoting her. Right? They were using her to promote other people. It's the same kind of thing. It's like vampirism. All you people are vampires. Ah, Arctic Monkeys. Another band that's awesome if you're a drummer. Yeah. Schemes. Schemes upon schemes upon schemes. Protect yourself. You're not going to have your head in the sand. You're not going to be a dumb blonde when it comes to protecting everything you've been working for up until this point because of some like glamour spell or love spell that some jerky boys have. And it's kind of a conspiracy because if they're part of a secret society, then they're just following orders. And if you're like, God, I feel so strongly for this person, yeah, they have their evil, dark ways. Okay, this brings me to the warning. God, this is going to be long. For one of you, you get it's someone you're with or it's someone that you were with, right? And they wanted to, or it's someone you're just meeting and it seems lighthearted at first, but it's not the one I was telling you about at the first. It's not your true love. And oh my God. I want to throw up. I'm sorry. Okay, this is just for one of you, I think. Um, Someone that you were with or someone that you're with, you need to stand up against this idea. And I don't know, maybe this card has a clue. I don't know who I painted. I just saw her as like a queen from like Tunisia or something like that. So if you have any history there, maybe this is a clue, but do not fear. Have no fear. Just know that one of the schemes was a little darker than you like your sweet soul could have imagined at the time or could see at the time. It's like maybe for some of you, you are very popular or you're famous or you're well known or you are the top of your class or ahead of the game when it comes to something you do that's next level. And someone that you're with wanted to, like, oh God, okay, I'm just going to say it and not be opposed. Like, they're just, you wondered why this happened or you're going to wonder why this happened. They want to like let their friends touch you. Like they love you so much, but all of a sudden there's this friend that they want to introduce as like a threesome or something. And you're like, not for everybody, like, why wouldn't you introduce another girl, if you want to have a threesome, but it's like one of their friends or something? And it feels creepy and it feels predatory. Don't do it. Don't go along with it. Don't let anyone touch you. Like literally not even that person. If you're with that person right now, queen, no, please. Because what is happening here is, and I think maybe for some of you, this person is extremely wealthy. And so what I'm about to say is going to be confusing, but let me finish, okay? Their higher guides are ratting them out right now, meaning they're doing something very, very wrong, and their own guides are ratting them out to me, okay? So I don't peer into anyone's darkness. That's not what I'm here for. But if someone else's higher self wants to say, this is so wrong, I'm so in darkness right now, like this person's higher self is unable to express their great need for healing, right? That's the realm they're from. Those who know. What they were going to do is start to use you as a currency. So that was the first, but it wasn't going to be the last. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, how else can I say this? But they were going to kind of pimp you out, like to their friends as, look what I got. You want some of that? You know, what's in it for me? What's in it for me? How cold? How cruel? What a viper. And you're like, but they're rich. Why would they need to do that? It's because their finances are being watched very closely. Everything they do and everything they spend. So it could be that they have family that is still in charge of the finances, or they don't have access to it, or they're on some sort of a trust fund budget. For some of you, it's a trust fund budget if they're young. If they're an old like CEO and you're like, what the F? It's that there's something public about how they spend their money, and they have a drug addiction. They have a serious, serious drug addiction. Okay? God, this is disgusting. So for one of you, it's like they're like, hey, you wouldn't believe the queen I got back here. What's, how much of fill in the blank drugs is it worth for you to spend a night with them? And at that point, you're almost like mind controlled to think that they love you so much that it's in your best interest. They're like, it's archaic or being a caveman to be in a monogamous relationship, and I'm trying to help you expand your consciousness or something. No, 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 no. They're a snake. They're a viper. You want nothing to do with them. There's no love there. They're trying to traffic you. They're trying to pimp you. That's not for everybody, so please don't get freaked out. That's for somebody. Okay, I'm done ratting them out. Now I'm going to rat out this other situation that you need to separate yourself from these people right now because it's going to catch on to them that you are catching on. Do not like this video. They're already watching the things that you like and respond to. Yes, watch this video, but don't save it and don't like it. Okay, that's for somebody. I don't care. It's all right. I understand. They're trying to bump you off, sis. They're trying to bump you off. This is the moon. This is all lies. You are the sun. You are fire. You feel so deeply that they know how to manipulate your heart, your love, and they know how to say the right thing. They want to snuff out your fire, but it ain't happening. They know you're the queen bee. For some of you, you're the queen bee, whatever that means to you. Do they not know that if they kill the queen bee, the entire hive collapses? And then nature collapses and the rest of the world? Everything's connected. Don't go on any unexpected boating trips with anyone. Don't go on anyone's yacht. Don't go yachting with anyone. Don't go to Dubai. That's for somebody. Do not go out on the lake. Don't go on any fishing expeditions. Don't go whale watching. Do you see what I'm getting? Like, don't go to the wetlands if someone's like, hey, you want to go check out these you want to go bird watching, you want to go to the marshes? Do you want to go to the Everglades? I don't know. Do not go. Do not let anyone pressure you into signing contracts. It's not time for you to release the thing yet. That's for somebody. You have something very precious to protect beyond your riches, beyond your generations, and that's your heart. So at the very bottom of it, you're not just protecting your heart to get away from them right now. They're going to see that you're catching on. So cut ties, go no contact, do the hard thing. This is protecting your heart. You need it to keep beating. You need it to meet its mate. You need it to meet its mate. You are not meat for a predator, hunter, viper, whatever. So if you're with anyone that made you feel like a piece of meat, that's a huge clue. And I'm sorry if this is such a harsh message and I'm just sitting here like, my God. Like, what a scary thing, but there's no fear. Have no fear. You are protected as long as you don't look back. As long as you don't choose ignorance as bliss. As long as you decide right now to choose clarity, you can pray for that. I do it every day. Dear great Mother and Father, please bless me with clarity, the ability to see the truth in all things, whether I like it or not. You'd be amazed at what wanting and stepping towards something like that does for your clarity. Burn sage, take a spiritual bath. Okay, if that's just like a saltwater bath, that works. You know, salt water. I make spiritual baths with 7 different salts, but the intention, the intention. Your intention is to stay on top of the world, to stay on your throne. You're being tasked to be the emperor that you are, to uphold the law. And if it's you putting up boundaries, that's what you're going to do. You're going to build castle walls. You know, you're going to build a castle. You're going to build the castle walls. You're going to build the moat. And you're going to put some piranhas and alligators in it. Okay. And if you're feeling very nostalgic or bluesy or boozy, the advice is to stay sober. Stay away from nostalgia. Keep your chin up and look forward, because you have a real love coming in. They are not a viper. They are not a dark dragon. Okay, they are of the light like you. And there's a whole new adventure in love that will feel good, and they will protect you because they see you for the king or queen that you are. God. Today, tomorrow, next week. Oh boy. Next month. Okay. Stay focused and hopeful for next month. Today is the day of some lies and bullshit. So if you get a message today, it's lies and bullshit. Tomorrow, it might weigh heavy on you to feel like, oh my God, I've got it coming from every which way. God, I want to cry again. Anyone that is of the light will be going through that right now if you haven't already last year. Don't give up. Keep going. Keep working. This is your abundance. This is my 10 of coins. You're working now to get here. And you're not doing it alone. You know, but like I said, it's not going to be advice from some disembodied spirit that's like, I'm your ancestor, let's go rob a bank. You know, that's not how that works. Keep working. Keep your chin up. But the next couple of days, it's going to be lying liars and the lies they tell. Look at that little lizard. Look, he's just a little one-eyed thing. You know, it might be like that group. You know, and they think they're part of a club and they're not. They're the joke of the club. And I'm sorry if you are with somebody that thinks they're part of that club, but you're just something bigger and darker's pet, puppet, something like that. So these are people that think that they're like black magicians and that they're part of a organization that runs the world or something, and really they're just little lizards, and they can only see as high as they are, and so they will get caught. But it's not going to be you playing, you know, Nancy Drew. Okay, you're going to focus on your work. You're going to focus on your art. You're going to keep going with that. You're going to separate yourself from these people. You're going to have spiritual baths where you cleanse your aura, you cleanse your house, you declutter, you get rid of anything they gave you, you get rid of anything. You can get one of those apps that it literally detects hidden cameras and stuff. For one of you, you need to do that because you're feeling paranoid. It will take away the paranoia because you realize that, oh no, there's not one. Like, for one of you, it's going to be like, oh, good, there's not one in my house when you get the app. For the other person, it's going to be like, oh my God, there's 4, you know, like, it's whatever. You're nobody's fool. And cruelty has no place in your world anymore. So that's a clue for somebody. By next month, you're going to be feeling on top of your game if you're not already. They're going to want to come in and beg for forgiveness. You can forgive, but you ain't never gonna forget the lies, the deceit, the seemingly holding you underwater until you started to drown. Never forget that. Yes, forgive, but never forget that. I painted this card like I didn't do a great job, but I wanted it to seem like kind of seaweed under the water, and there's the reflection of the moon. You know, it's just the reflection. It's not there. This is completely submerged. So for some of you, you don't know any of the true story. Like, the whole story is garbage. So if there's someone that's asking for forgiveness and their whole entire story was garbage, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Should I say it again? Absolutely not. No, no. No boozy, bluesy nostalgia, please. You have something important to protect. Your power. And it's at your leisure. Your power, your work, your art, your creation, your love, your energy, your passion. This is all at your leisure. Your power is yours. Say it out loud. My power is mine. My energy belongs to me. You're a powerful person. That's why you have it coming from every which way. So whoever you are, you have training for this in a past life. Think of it that way. You have training for this in a past life. Have no fear. I'm not worried for you. And you're going to be rewarded with like the love of your life. And it's going to be such an adventure and it's going to be so fun. But you have to take those difficult steps away from these people. Okay, for one of you, it's like an online relationship that isn't that it appears to be. All that glitters is not gold. Don't fall victim to glamour spells. Don't bury your head in the sand and ignore red flags. Because the end of that choose your own adventure is death. It's death, and it's a cover up of your death. They'll make it look like an accident or like you killed yourself or something like that. They'll make it look like an accident, is kind of what I'm hearing. No self-doubt. Absolutely not. And like I said, don't play Nancy Drew and focus on it and what may or may not be happening. Leave the schemes of the demons to the angels, is what I'm hearing. No self-doubt. Only you, on your throne, in your power. Keep working. Don't get distracted. My God. Okay. Feel a little better about things. It's troublesome, but it's nothing that you can't handle. Okay? Beautiful love coming to you. New start. Good times. How about that? Good times. But you have to step over a few leeches first. And if they get squished in the process, that ain't your problem. They shouldn't have been there in the first place. How stupid do you have to be to get handed a queen or a goddess and you turn her into a slave? How fucking evil and stupid do you have to be? I'm sorry. All right. I'm going to leave it there, and that could be spiritually too. Okay. Yeah. Someone's even pretending to have a bunch of money and they don't. Which one? Is it the Taurus? Maybe the Taurus. Or they're pretending to be in a position of authority and they're promising you a position. They don't have it. And they're never going to follow through with that. It's never going to happen. That's just for somebody. Protect your heart and everything you've worked for. It's important. But I'm not worried about you. I'm happy for you. I'm excited to see what you do. So, stay clear, go no contact, do the hard thing. Don't be worried about looking like a bitch or whatever. You're gonna kind of harness your inner Darth Vader, get it over with, walk away, and profit. Okay. See you for the next one. Bye bye.